I'm pretty sure you will bite your tongue while trying to pronounce Saskatchewan. Well, I'm not here to take us through pronunciation class. Instead, we're going to be discussing one of the best provinces to live and work in Canada, especially if you're an agriculturally oriented personnel. Furthermore, we will explain the various types of the Saskatchewan Provincial Nominee Program, ranging from International Skilled Worker category to Saskatchewan Experience category, Entrepreneur and Farm category, International Graduate Entrepreneur category, as well as the eligibility requirements for each of these categories and how to apply. Hello, welcome to another exciting and enlightening episode of Canada Migrates broadcast. Before I proceed, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to our subscribers. You are the real MVP who not only watch but like, comment and share our videos. Thank you. Saskatchewan is a province in Canada that shares a border with the United States to the south. Her provincial capital is Regina, which is home to the Royal Saskatchewan Museum with exhibits of natural history and the people of Canada's First Nations. It is notably one of Canada's most popular destinations for immigrants or newcomers due to its population being just over 1 million. Hence, the need to increase our population and make our economy viable. Do you know that initially, the province welcomed between 3,000 and 4,000 newcomers annually, but the number has now grown to 15,000. What you have mentioned is the fact that its economy is primarily based on agriculture and important natural resources industries like forestry and fishing. Having said that, the Saskatchewan Provincial Nominee Program, officially known as the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program (SINP), was launched in 1998 with the sole aim of addressing economic and labor market needs through immigration to the province. What are the eligibility requirements for this subcategory? Applicants must meet language requirements. You are required to have a permanent full-time job offer from a Saskatchewan employer for an eligible job and meet the licensure requirements if necessary. You must have at least 1 year of work experience in the past 5 years in the intended occupation or 6 months if working for a supportive employer. Skilled workers who do not have an employment offer but are highly skilled in an occupation that is in demand in Saskatchewan can apply for this substream. Additionally, candidates with evidence of legal status in Canada and those who are outside Canada can apply to this subcategory. Meanwhile, the application fee is $350 Canadian and the average processing time is 35 weeks. What are the eligibility requirements? Applicants must meet language requirements. You must have completed at least 1 year of post-secondary education or training. You are expected to possess a minimum level of work experience related to your field of education or training in an in-demand skilled occupation. Obtain proof of professional status or licensure if required by Saskatchewan. Have enough money to settle in the province and have a settlement plan. The third subcategory of the Saskatchewan International Skilled Worker is the Saskatchewan Express entry. The application fee is $350 Canadian and the average processing time is 37 weeks. This substream is tailor-made for skilled workers whose applications are in the Federal Express entry pool and who wish to reside and work in Saskatchewan. Also, candidates with evidence of legal status in Canada and those who are outside Canada can apply. Let's take a look at the eligibility requirements. Applicants must possess a profile in the Express entry that has a job seeker validation code and profile number. Secure at least 60 points in the point assessment grid in SINP. Possess 1 year of work experience in a non-trade skill profession in the past 10 years. Possess 2 years of work experience in a skilled trade in the past 5 years or 1 year of work experience in Canada non-trade and trades in the last 3 years. Have a settlement plan and evidence for settlement funds. Possess work experience in a high-skilled NOC occupation 0, B, and A. Possess diplomas and degrees obtained outside of Canada that have been assessed for an educational credential assessment. Have valid results for language proficiency tests from a designated agency for testing corresponding to the result provided in the Express entry profile. Lastly, employment offer. This subcategory is for skilled workers who have a job offer from a Saskatchewan employer. The application fee is $350 Canadian and the average processing time is 4 weeks. What are the eligibility requirements? Applicants must meet language requirements, have a permanent full-time job offer from a Saskatchewan employer for an eligible job and meet licensure requirements if necessary. Have at least 1 year of paid work experience in the past 10 years in the intended occupation. The second immigration stream under the Saskatchewan Provincial Nominee Program is the Saskatchewan experience category. This category is divided into 6 subcategories, and they are skilled worker with existing work permit. This subcategory is for skilled workers who have been working in Saskatchewan for at least 6 months and who hold a valid work permit. Students, it is tailor-made for students who graduated from a post-secondary institution anywhere in Canada and has worked in Saskatchewan for at least 24 months. Students who graduated from a Saskatchewan institution need to have worked in the province for just 6 months. Long-haul truck driver project. This substream allows the long-haul truck drivers working in Saskatchewan province and having a valid provincial work permit to apply for Canada permanent resident visa. Hospitality sector project. Overseas nationals who are working in Saskatchewan province for a minimum of 6 months in one of the 3 occupations can apply for this substream. Health professional. Nurses, physicians, and other health professionals who are working in Saskatchewan province for a minimum of 6 months and have a valid provincial work permit can apply for this substream. Semi-skilled agricultural workers who are working in Saskatchewan province for a minimum of 6 months and have a valid work permit can apply for this substream. How to apply? The first thing you must do is to check your eligibility for any of the subcategories, and if you are eligible, you are good to go. Once you are ready to apply, you can do so at SINP Apply Online. Complete your application and upload all of the required documents in PDF format and submit. After you've done this, you will receive an email confirming that your application was submitted. Saskatchewan then assesses your application and makes a final decision. If you are successful, you will receive a provisional nomination. You can then use this nomination to apply for permanent residence directly with Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada (IRCC). Before I proceed to the next category of the Saskatchewan Immigration Nominee Program, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly click the subscribe button below and turn the notification icon on to be notified every time we upload a new video. The last category of Saskatchewan Immigration Nominee Program on our list today is Saskatchewan Entrepreneur and Farm category. This is further divided into 1 entrepreneur. Speaking of the entrepreneur, this subcategory is for people who wish to invest in Saskatchewan by establishing, acquiring, or partnering in a business in the province. We are expected to take on an active management role in the business and reside in Saskatchewan. It has a process that includes 3 stages: expression of interest, invitation to submit an application, nomination. Successful candidates arrive in Canada on a provincial work permit. They are qualified to apply for a nomination after they spend 6 months establishing their business in the province. Also, it is important for you to know that Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program allocates points to candidates based on the following 5 factors: age, education, work experience, proficiency, and adaptability. The second one is farm operators/owners. Individuals with farming experience who intend to buy and operate a farm in the province can apply for this subcategory of Saskatchewan. It also has a pathway for young farmers who wish to establish themselves in Saskatchewan. Successful candidates are directly offered the Canada permanent resident visa. Specific candidates can also arrive in Saskatchewan on a provisional work permit during the processing of their permanent resident visa application. Finally, I hope this video gives clarity and answers the questions in your heart. However, if there are other questions you may want to ask, kindly drop them in the comment section. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching.